So the Baltimore Ravens have just placed the non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar Jackson, meaning that any team can legally negotiate a deal with him, and then the Ravens will have an opportunity to decide if they will match that contract or let him walk. I think the Ravens messed up big time here by not reaching an agreement before the season started last year. They had the season where he was hurt for a decent chunk of the year, and it proved his point about how bad they needed. This is just a glimpse of what life is going to be like without me, right? They knew what the formula was for winning the Super Bowl. I think it's been clearly laid out and defined for a while now. And that formula is win early while your young franchise quarterback is on his rookie deal. And then you can spend big at other positions on the roster. It's the formula since Russell Wilson was in Seattle. I think that was really the time that formula was proven to work. And you know the NFL is copycat this, copycat that. And the most recent example of a team going all in on that strategy is the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert, how they loaded up last year because that was also the last opportunity of his rookie deal. They were really, really trying to do it while he was on the cheap because once they got to pay him, they'll never have a chance like that again to load up their roster. Also, another team that's tried this formula and we're still yet to see the fruits of that is Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence to some degree. Now, they haven't gone and got the biggest names, but it's not for lack of trying. But you know what? Since the Ravens have missed that opportunity, since that window has clearly closed and now it's time to pay up, the Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes, he signed a 10-year, $450 million deal. I don't think anybody's getting that. But the Cardinals' Kyler Murray also signed a 5-year, $230 million deal. And the Ravens believe that those particular contracts are the ones that set the market. But until it's time for the owners to fork over the cash, rookie contracts offer the best opportunity for them to invest their dollars in other areas and positions of need, such as scouting and free agency. So I am of the belief that they should pay him exactly whatever it is that he wants because they cannot replace somebody as dynamic and game changing as him. No quarterback coming out in the draft, nor any quarterback that's available in free agency can do what Lamar can do. I'm going to hit you with some facts, some indisputable facts. 8 of 14 quarterbacks on rookie contracts made the playoffs. In contrast, 6 of 18 QBs on non-rookie contracts made the playoffs. Now, what has emerged here is a obvious trend of owners and roster builders looking to capitalize on young QB talent while they're still on their rookie deal. Thank you to the NFL's wage scale with its hard limits on earnings in a player's first contract. So now teams have been incentivized to build around QBs who don't take up a huge slice of the salary cap. I mean, I think that's like team building 101. It creates the ability to put highly talented players around the quarterback without sacrificing a quarter of your salary cap to that one position. Now, Mahomes is the most recent quarterback to win a Super Bowl while still on his rookie deal. But after signing his huge extension, the team has had to reshuffle, so to speak, in certain spots just to make the salary cap work. That also has you having tough conversations about restructuring deals with current players who are on the roster but aren't performing. But the team, they've made those cost-saving moves. And what does that mean? That means they trade away Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. the team granted the Dolphins gave him $120 million. The Chiefs didn't have that to commit to that position when they had so many needs. The biggest need being shoring up that offensive line. But the Bengals, also one of the lowest valued NFL franchises with one of the lowest payrolls in the league, are also attempting another title run with Joe Burrow while he's still on his rookie deal. So they are also going to need to load up in that fashion. But I believe that they just don't want to pay Lamar Deshaun Watson money. The Ravens believe that the Mahomes contract and the Kyler Murray contract set the market. Lamar believes the Deshaun Watson deal set the market with a fully guaranteed $250 million contract. And it's a tough conversation to have. But to me, I'd like to draw really a parallel to bring all of this home to a point. And to me, it's like having a job and wanting a raise so badly and knowing you deserve a raise. It's your time, but you have to go out and find another job to make you an employment offer. Not because you want to leave the job. I mean, you're content, you're happy where you're at, but you want to feel respected. And so you need to take the new job. You need to go out and do the hard work of finding another job, going through their interview process, going through their vetting process, just for them to offer you a salary. Then you take that salary back to your current employer and say, look, I've got a job willing to pay me X. You're paying me Y. And then only for your job to turn around and say, you know what? I think you're worth X. I'll give you this if you agree to stay. Now, in the back of your mind, you'll always know that your job was content with paying you as little as possible while smiling in your face and tell you how much they value and respect you. In many worlds, and most certainly in professional sports, a salary is a proxy for respect. If you are paid very little relative to your peers at other places, at other organizations, then it makes you feel like you aren't respected at all.